Hey guys, hello and welcome back to another episode of the Fanspire. And as you saw on screen, today we're going to be talking about Arsenal versus Liverpool in the upcoming Premier League clash. Of course, they've had the international break and the players have been, performing for their country. But we are excited to be talking about this upcoming Premier League clash. And of course, yes, we have it on screen, Arsenal versus Liverpool. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and of course, share it with your friends too. Before we move on to talking to our fan panelists, we'd like to share a brief mention of the AFTV Claude, who recently passed away. Of course, he was such a passionate fan, and not only Arsenal fans, but fans from other clubs too. Really enjoyed the series put up by AFTV, and it's these passionate fans that actually make this beautiful game what it is today. So, yes, without further ado, and talking about passionate fans, let's take a look and meet our very own fan panelist for today. Let's get them on screen.
Hey
Hi
guys,
guys.
what's
Yes,
up?
there they are. We have Chanel, who's back for Liverpool. Welcome to the show. And of course, Karthik for Arsenal. Welcome, Karthik. So glad to have you on our show today.
Thanks, Priyanka. Pleasure's all mine, and thank you for calling me over.
Great, great. So, before we get into talking about the Premier League match, let's do a little quick ask you. Let me just quickly ask you about the international break. Did you all follow any matches? Anything super surprising to you? Were you all following any of the players? Oh, Channel, you
Yeah,
can go first. Yeah.
okay, Shana, go ahead, go ahead.
I didn't watch much games in this international break, but I remember seeing a highlight of Curtis Jones' goal, and I mean that was crazy. I would say that if they play him here, it would be great.
Okay, cool. Yes, Karthik.
Yeah, I managed to see a lot of matches, and definitely the Germany's defeat to North Macedonia was a big shocker. But one interesting game which a lot of people missed was, I think, Armenia versus Romania, which it was a
Okay.
crazy game. And people, it was not a like a technically great game, but the way the one team took a lead and second team scored two goals, and then Armenia came back to score, it was amazing.
Okay, cool, cool. So, of course, now the international break is soon going to end, and we are going to be back talking about the Premier League and watching the Premier League. So, let's take a look at the table and see where your two teams are. Yes, we have Liverpool on seventh place, and not far behind, we have Arsenal. So, I'd really like to ask you your thoughts on this table at the moment, and how are you guys feeling? Karthik, you can go first.
For Arsenal, the season that we have had till now, I think this table pretty much reflects what we are and where we are. Obviously, I would have liked it to be much higher than what where we are right now, but in terms of being real and understanding where the club is right now, it's we are there. Nothing to do about that now.
Okay, and Channel's seventh spot. How are you
Uh,
feeling about that?
I've got no words to say, yo. I think the last time it's I could say it's a disappointment. The last time I was here, I think we were second, and now it's just on a downfall after losing a lot of matches throughout. Man City competing with us, and now the main goal is to come in the top four, go to Champions League, play Champions League football throughout. I think it's a big disappointment. It's not something which we expected. You know, champions cannot be seventh. It's just very sad.
You just mentioned top four. Do you think that's possible by the end of the
That
season?
that is possible. That is possible by the end of the season. I mean, top four or like be 6, 7. I don't want to see Liverpool playing Europa League. I don't want to see that happening.
Yeah. From the looks of it, you all may not even make it to Europa League.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't want Liverpool to play Europa League, man. It's fine. We'll play the Premier League. We'll win it again. But there's a
Yeah.
class. You cannot go down to Europa League throughout. I mean,
Okay,
Arsenal is
and
fine playing in the Europa League throughout, but we are not fine.
Karthik, do
Agree
you
on
think
that.
Arsenal will be looking to qualify again for
For,
another European competition?
uh, Given the recent form that we have had, some amazing victories. over Tottenham and Leicester, and a great come from behind draw against West Ham. But so things are looking better for Arsenal than for at least in this match, let's say Liverpool. But again, the way Arsenal season has gone is they have been really good sometimes and really really bad sometimes, and that's happened in one match also. Is that they play fantastic in one half and play pathetic in the second half. So where we end up is anybody's call, but I think we will go to Europa League by winning the
Okay.
Europa League.
And okay, cool. We have a question from Chinmay. It's directed at you, Shannon. So you can go ahead and answer it. You can
I
read it
was a
as well.
United fan with you for you were pretty overconfident that day. What's up? Oh yeah, I mean a bad season, dude. Come on, throughout we played well that game. I remember that game. We were confident. I was overconfident throughout. I think after the Everton game, I would say losing Van Dijk was a. I wouldn't say that again. I think it's been the whole season. We've covered up the defense again. But yeah, it's a sad season. You'll had that for the last 3 years, man. We're having it for one season now. I mean, it's a game. I think
Okay.
in
And
modern times.
we have another question, Shannon. They are coming for you with these questions.
Yeah, I've got fans. I feel in the panel.
Do you reckon this break would
Yeah,
greatly
yeah,
help us?
definitely. I think Thiago also played well with Spain. I think he captained a match before. I remember seeing on the news, and this break was good. I think, and we've got Arsenal, who is a top six side, and I think win over them can gain us that confidence which we need as a top team. I mean, and we've played well against Arsenal every single time we play. It's a good game. It's always magical. We score a lot. I don't remember conceding a lot, but I just remember scoring a lot against us.
The last time Liverpool played Arsenal, what was the score
I
Mm,
in
don't
the Premier
recall.
League? I think it was
Um,
3-1 to Arsenal, or I don't know. I'm not sure. Or 3-1 to Liverpool. Sorry, 3-1 to Liverpool.
Yeah,
all of us doing a bit of googling here.
it was 3-1 Liverpool. I
Okay.
think the last
And
time Arsenal scored five was when we played youngsters on field. I remember that game.
again, another question for you, Shannon. They are just coming at you with these questions.
Red cards
What
are
about?
fine, man. They're all just bad tackle and get
By
a
the way,
red card
Joshua is
over
just
it.
an Joshua's an Arsenal fan, so I think he's just trying to get you all riled up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would
So
love to see
you
him
did
on the
mention
panel.
maybe next time. Next time we can have you versus Joshua. Okay, so you did mention, that the break has been good and you're looking to come out confident after this break, score a lot of goals against Arsenal. Karthik, how do you take Shannon's confidence again?
No,
What do
he.
you
I
have to
think.
say to that?
I think this break came at a good time for Liverpool and not for Arsenal. Arsenal's momentum was good. Liverpool's momentum was bad. Um, Given Klopp's playing style, this break for the players would have really, really helped them. They will come out all guns blazing. But Arteta hopefully has got time to work on the players and got his tactics correct for the match. So it's Arsenal versus Liverpool has always been a high scoring match, always been an
Yeah,
exciting match. It's not going to be a boring match for sure.
for sure.
So, but who wins it? I don't know. I can't say right now.
Okay. So, also Shannon, you did mention about Virgil van Dijk's injury. This is just a fun question. Do you think he would be back before the end of the season? Do you think that's possible? To just like make
He's
it
a
clear to
machine,
me.
man. He's a machine. He'll be back before the end of the season, but I think that's a big blow. But we should prepare him for next season. I mean, we don't want to risk it. I don't think Klopp wants to risk it. I think Nat is
Hmm.
playing really well. He's got this good mentality, and Ozan Kabak is there. He's there. He's not that great, I wouldn't say, but he's okay. But I think Nat has stepped up and he's playing brilliant. The mentality he has, it's quite good, dude.
Okay. And we have another question. Arsenal is a better side than ninth, and this Sunday beating them will be important for it because Arsenal has the quality to beat anyone above NFC. Your thoughts, Karthik? Yes, this is for you, Karthik.
Definitely, I agree. Arsenal has the quality to beat anybody, but you could see the West Ham game itself. Like first half, you go 3-0 down, and second half, you not you got the first goal in the first half, but then you come back and turn the game completely around. It was a match of like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The season has been like that. You don't know which Arsenal is going to turn up on that day, which but on their day, Arsenal will take apart any team possible. Even like when City played Arsenal, they didn't find it very easy. Obviously, they scored an early goal, but the rest of the match was very competitive. And we beat Tottenham convincingly. We beat Leicester of late, though again, Arsenal has a knack of going a goal down soon, but they make it back. And hopefully, we will get a better of Liverpool this time.
Okay, so
You
Karthik,
wish.
there's another question. Would it be worth going all in with the Europa knockouts by deprioritizing PL? Arsenal have been better at cup matches this decade. Another
Definite.
question for you.
This does make a lot of sense, Shriram. Like as I said, I think I just put a comment sneakily some time ago. Arsenal can make it to the Europa League by winning it. So, uh, let's see. I think a trophy at the end of the season would be any day better than finishing in the top 6 or 7. Even if you finish 11, 12, but you win the Europa League, that's any day a better season to have than finishing in the top like 6 and then not win the Europa League. So they should, I feel
Okay.
they should prioritize Europa League over Premier League.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
winning Europa takes you to Champions League.
Yes,
I think
sure.
winning Europa takes you to Champions
Yeah,
League. Yeah.
they changed that a few years ago. Correct.
Mhm. Okay, so since we're talking about European leagues, Shan, let's talk about the next upcoming Champions League game. How are you feeling about it?
Ramos is out. I remember back then, few years ago, it was Madrid versus Liverpool. You know how and yeah, Ramos is out. That's what I'm very happy. I just got the news few hours ago. I think one of my friends was just like Ramos was out, and I was like, God damn, dude. I mean, I would like him to play, but since we don't have Van Dijk, you don't have Ramos, it's equal, dude. Um, I think few years ago that Champions League final was bad from our end. I had a lot of things to say. I think this game is actually I'm looking up for that game the whole season. That game is something which can help me get that revenge when 3-4 years ago I remember losing against them. And it's good, dude. I mean, Madrid is not in their best form, but they always come up in Champions League. So I think we'll get them, definitely.
Okay, thanks so much, Anil. So now we have a little fun rapid fire round. I'm just going to ask you questions. The person who raises their hand first can answer it. It's super simple, super easy, super chill thing. So are you ready for the first question? I hope
Yeah.
your internet is not the reason you don't get to raise your hand first. But yes, let's go with the first question. Who is the manager of Atletico Madrid? Who is the manager of Atletico Madrid?
Diego Simeone.
Yep, that's right, Channel. You get a point. Okay, and let's go to the next question. Which was the last English team to win the Champions League? Yes,
Liverpool.
Karthik. Yep,
Liverpool.
that is right. Channel, come on. That was your your own team. Okay, let's go to the third question. You all are both on 1 point each. Who is the manager of the German national team?
Joachim
Joachim
Low.
Low.
Yes, yes, Sir Karthik put his hand up first. And
Yeah.
that is right. So Karthik on 2 points, Shannon on 1 point. This is your chance to come back. The fourth question. What's Bayern Munich Stadium called?
Allianz
Alliance
Arena.
Ah,
Arena. I raised my
yeah, that was
hand
close.
I raised hand
That was
first. I
close.
raised hand first.
Both of you all
So
just
I was
put your
just
hands up at the same time. So uh
that's an all I
like
feel.
yeah, so both of you can be awarded a point at this stage. But we have a last question for you. And it is, what was the result of the last match between Arsenal and Liverpool, but the EFL Cup?
0-0. But Liverpool, Arsenal won on penalties.
Yes, that is absolutely right, Karthik. And you have won the rapid fire round. Congrats. Cheryl, better luck next time. No problem.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Okay, so after that little fun segment, let's go back to talking about the upcoming match. Let's talk about who all are you expecting to see in the starting 11, along with the injuries and all the other things. So, Karthik, who are you looking forward to seeing playing in that starting 11 for Arsenal?
Uh, I'll talk about the injuries first. Saka and
Mm-hmm.
Emil Smith Rowe are serious. I don't think they're going to play this match. So that leaves Arteta pretty much simple decision to make in attack. I feel Lacazette, Aubameyang, Odegaard, and Pepe will start. Behind them will be Xhaka and Pate. Left back will be Tierney. One of the centre backs will be David Luiz. Now the right back and the second centre back, I don't know, but I think it will be one will be Cedric Suarez and the other will be Pablo Mari.
Okay, and Chanel.
So with Liverpool, I feel it's just going to be what we play. It's going to be Robertson, Allison on goal, Robertson, Trent, and then we have Kabak, and then we have Nat playing in. And I think it's going to be Wijnaldum, Fabinho, and Thiago playing. I think I would prefer Curtis Jones playing instead of Wijnaldum. And then we have Salah, Mane, and Firmino playing up there. But I would say with Arsenal, I think Odegaard is a baller. He should be playing there. And, Saka's injury is something I'm really happy with because I like that guy, the way he plays. He's really good. The pace he's got in him. I think he's lovely. Yeah.
So Odegaard will definitely be taking his attacking midfield
Yeah.
role,
Yep.
and
And
Aubameyang on the left and Pepe on the right.
okay, Chanel, you mentioned about Vinaldum. There have been rumors swirling around that he's definitely going to Barcelona. How are you feeling about that?
I mean, if he goes to Barcelona, I mean, Barcelona is just going to see his face. I'm going to remember those two goals he scored against them. But yeah, I mean, Koeman likes Wijnaldum and Barcelona likes him too. I think they couldn't get over that defeat, so they thought they'll just get that man who caused that defeat. So I think Wijnaldum is good. He is creative up there, but the position he actually plays in, that's the center attacking midfielder position, is actually not there in Liverpool. He got to hold, he got to go back, he got to do that. The whole thing, what he plays in, the Dutch national team, where he just attacks throughout, plays as a CM. And I think Barca can help him do that. He could play. I think he could be a definitely a good guy for Barcelona, but we got to find a replacement if he leaves because he's a major guy. I mean, he comes every time we need him. He plays, he scores. I think when he leaves, the only game I'll remember is the Barca game. And if he goes to Barca, and that's the thing.
Okay, yes. And of course, we've talked before also on the show, and we've mentioned that Odegaard has been really good for Arsenal. So, do you think him? Are you going to like, what about the future with him and Arsenal? What are your
I
thoughts?
would be surprised if Real Madrid let him go. See,
Yeah.
ultimately
Okay,
the ball is in their court, and we would love him. We would love for him to stay here, but I don't know if he would continue here. It's Real Madrid's call at the end of the day.
okay, yes. And now let's go back to talking about the match. What do you think are the tactics that your respective managers are going to be adopting? Of course, we've said it's going to be probably high scoring, so much more attacking. Yeah. Uh,
Yes.
Channel, you can go first.
Yeah, I think it's going to be attacking for sure in this bit because I see, Partey is playing with Saka. Normally, Arsenal is playing that. So the sides of Arsenal is quite good, and our sides last season we had our wing backs playing really well. This season they aren't. So I would prefer Klopp to actually play a tactic where they are attacking through the center, where we know it's David Luiz up there. He's going to do something. We're going to score some. So I would definitely want a central attacking bit and not the wings because I think Arsenal's fullbacks are really good. They play really well, and they have that pace to catch up with Mane, Salah, and everyone. So, but their midfield and their centre backs are quite weak. That's the area we got to exploit in. We got to jump in.
Okay. And Karthik?
Um, I don't have not seen besides changing his formation, I've not seen him change his style of play. So I see them keeping the same. We will try to have more of the possession and make it count when we have the ball. But I feel they have to put pressure on the new centre back of Liverpool. He's under immense pressure after not some great performances. That is where is the weak link for Liverpool. But you have Sadio Mane in Liverpool, who has a crazy goal scoring streak against Arsenal. So you have to be careful of him more than anybody else when you play Liverpool. For Arsenal. So I would feel I think years where Cedric Soares comes into play, where he's a better defender than what Bellerin is, and he's also much better than going up and down. uh, the form that Liverpool's fullbacks were there in last season, they are not there in this season. So again, with Tierney on left back and Cedric on right back, and their crosses, Tierney got 3 assists this international in one match. So I'm hoping for some of the same when we play this weekend. So I see a lot of the fullbacks bombing up and down and attacking Liverpool's fullbacks. If you let the Liverpool fullbacks come at you, they will take the game away. So you have to go and attack to keep them in place.
Okay. We have a question for you, Karthik. You can read it and answer me. Yeah.
Do I consider Oba a good leader on and off the pitch? Who else would like to see captaining Arsenal? Maybe may or may not be an Arsenal player currently. Uh, I definitely don't think he's a good leader. I don't know. It was just because of the Zaka incidents last year where he got to become the captain. Zaka, with his performance, is a worthy leader. He is there. Um, if I choose a current player who deems fit to be a captain, I think every Arsenal fan would say it's Chiellini. Uh, he has it all. He is a passionate player, plays for the club, gives it all out. So I think that's the obvious captain choice for me.
Okay. Thanks for that. And since we're talking about captains, okay, we have another question from Samar.
Wenger out with a chance, but Arsenal is finding it difficult to finish fourth. Where do you see Arsenal FC, especially in the crucial games like this after Wenger? Yeah, it's never easy to let go of such a legendary manager whose DNA is inbuilt into the club. Personally, I was not in favor of that Wenger out. I would have. I know it's not the manager's fault there. It's something deep rooted and coming from top. Uh, did Wenger let that grow? I think he did. That was his mistake. He let them grow their I cannot put into words, but he let them grow bigger in not letting the club spend money. We had to let go of a lot of players in the past, for which obviously Wenger was the face of it. It's never easy. You can see every team who has changed a manager after such a long time has suffered. You be United, you be Liverpool, anybody, you will suffer after you change a manager. What didn't help us is the manager after Wenger had a completely different philosophy, and the manager after the previous one has like after Emery, Arteta came in. He also has a completely different philosophy. So we have had three strikingly different philosophies. Players have taken time to adapt to the philosophies. Hopefully, uh, with a good summer window, transfer window, and a good preseason, we should start better next season.
Okay. Thank you so much. Chinmay is back with another question. Now imagine Liverpool don't finish in the top four and don't win. Shannon, for you.
I don't think he'll be under pressure. I think FSG loves him with the amount of money they put in, the amount of money they get back, the amount of results they get back. He won't be under pressure. He would just, I think he's Klopp, dude. He's super cool. He just looks angry at times. He has this face where, even though he just shouts, it looks like he's want to shoot that guy in. But he won't be under any pressure. I think Liverpool's doing good. Even though we don't win the CL, even though we don't finish in the top four, we will next year. That's the vision of every Liverpool fan. Next year is our year, and that next year comes.
Okay, so now let's move on to your predictions for the match. Karthik.
I'm going for a 2-2 draw.
Okay, and who do you think are going to score those goals for Arsenal?
One Lacazette, one Aubameyang.
All right, and Shannon, your predictions for the game.
I think it's going to be 2-1. I feel Mane is going to score like history. I think Salah's going to score because even he always scores against Arsenal. And in Arsenal, I think Odegaard's going to score. I really like that guy, the way he plays. He's good. And I think he can really exploit that part where Liverpool is weak.
Okay, thank you so much for your predictions. And now, before we, come just end the show, is there anything you would like to say to each other, like club wise, as a Liverpool fan? Is there
I,
anything you'd
I
like to say
respect
to an
Arsenal. Yeah,
Arsenal
I
fan?
like that club, the way they play. Everything's good. I think I've ranted less on this show than I did against United, than I did against Everton, because I like Arsenal, man. They're a good team. They play with their players are good. Their team is so good. They should finish in the top four. They should not be at what they are, ninth this season. That's what someone said a few minutes ago. I think they have a really good squad. They can play really well. I think Partey going to Arsenal is, Arsenal have this fan base where they can attract players. Like imagine you being in Atletico Madrid and going to Arsenal to draw against West Ham. That's insane. The love for Arsenal he has. I mean, you need players like that right now. The mentality, the love for the club where they're going to play. I think if I was Partey, I wouldn't do that for Arsenal. I mean, going from Atletico, but you know that this guy is an asset. He's going to play really well because he loves that club so much throughout. I think it's a good club. I've got much respect for that.
Yeah, I think
Karthik.
I would say that I've never seen an Arsenal Liverpool, like, it's never been a grudge match or something like that between the two clubs. Uh, we have had a couple of joint screenings with Liverpool fans in Bombay. They have not turned out well, but yeah, yeah, I've never seen Liverpool as a foe as such. I won't say friends either, but they are just another team for us.
Okay, we will end the show on that thought. Oh,
Yeah,
wait, we
dream
have
would
another
be.
question.
Yeah,
Uh,
actually, me a dream would be LFC win UCL, Arsenal win Europa League, and then we have you know a good English European party.
I think they will restrict to five teams. They will not let all six teams go through.
Yeah, I don't think you play CL after winning the UCL.
No, a few years ago they did change it. They did allow us. I think it was Sevilla, somebody who was allowed to go for
Shane,
Champions League.
do Liverpool miss Hendo in their midfield? Yeah, it's actually Chanel, and obviously we do miss Hendo. He's our captain throughout. You know, uh, he could play in any position. When he was playing centre back, he was doing that well. He was playing midfield. He was doing. He's not creative, but I think he has that leadership mentality in him. But because when he's playing, I see him playing with all his strength and everything. But he's not creative. He's still the biggest asset to our team.
I'll just like to add something there. It pays to take the Arsenal Medico team, like, from us to you. That's what you're paying for right now.
Okay, and on that note, we're going to end the show for today. Thank you so much, guys, for coming on the show. It was an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much, and all the
Thank
best to
you.
your teams for the upcoming clash. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank you so
Priyanka.
much.
And yes, big thanks to all of our fans and for your questions. There were a lot of questions today on the show, and it was an absolute joy to have you putting in your live questions on Facebook and YouTube. So, hope to see you continuing that, and thank you so much. And also, a big shout out to Bounce and Chups. You can check out their social media handles, which is given on screen. And of course, another big thank you to the Fanspire team for doing this week in and week out. We'll see you next week with another episode of the Fanspire. Till then, you can follow us on our social media handles on Instagram and Facebook. And that's it for now. Good night and thank you.